guys ever play Evil Apples?
Evil Apples?
Yeah. You like Cards Against Humanity?
Yeah.
It's Evil Apples. The more matches you win, you get like 3 pieces of cake.
Oh, damn.
I hate card games.
What?
Hate card games.
You don't like card games?
No interest whatsoever. I would rather just drink.
How do you drink when I play card games?
I have to drink to play card games, and even then, I'd rather just drink.
You rotating the...
Yeah. There are a few sizes to know when replacing the alternator, or more specifically, the sizes of the stator changes. There are 3 sizes of stators on the BMWs. All /5s have a stator cut to 105 millimeters all the way across, and what I am replacing here. It is the same size on the timing cover as well as in the alternator cover. When upgrading this charging system, it's best to get the new alternator cover that matches the later designs. The cover will need to be soldered to the stator. I had already soldered this unit prior to making this video. /6s and /7s use the same timing chain cover, so the same 105 millimeters is needed for the stator. They did change the alternator cover to 107.5 millimeters in diameter and have an additional terminal for the stator. This additional terminal allows for more AC current boosting output from 180 watts to 230 watts. The original Bosch alternator system used on BMWs was designed in the late 1960s. The system was based on energizing the rotor with electricity from the diode board through the generator light and voltage regulator. Once the rotor is electrically charged and spins inside of the wire windings of the stator, AC current is generated and sent to the diode board or rectifier to rectify the correct AC current to DC current so it can be used to charge the battery. The rectifier uses diodes, which are like electrical gatekeepers, to change the electricity from AC to DC. Once the battery is full, the voltage regulator stops energizing the rotors so the system won't overcharge the battery. Lastly, they changed the timing chain cover to accommodate a stator with 107 millimeter diameter with the same alternator cover. Here we have the diode board and wiring harness. The blue wire attaches to the back of the diode board, and it would have been easier had I left the wires connected and behind the diode board for installation. On this bike, we're modifying the charging system by eliminating the generator light. Normally, this would not allow the alternator to work. However, we can use 330 to 440 milliohm resistors from a key-on power source to the blue wire connected to the DF terminal on the diode board, which will mimic the function of the bulb. The brown and blue wire from the wiring harness are attached to the brush holder, brown to D and blue to DF. This red wire will attach to the diode board and the other end to the starter solenoid.
Butterflies in my heart.
Here we have our adjustable voltage regulator. The 3-pin connector from the engine harness will attach here, and the dial will be used to adjust voltage once the bike is up and running. We will mount this voltage regulator in the same location as it was stock.
After all this lonesome traveling, tell me happy to be back home. But it just leaves me thinking about the places
These are the remaining wires from the harness. The red will supply power to the M unit, blue to the charge light, and black to the starter output of the M unit. The black wire to the right will not be used because we are not using the condenser with our electronic ignition system. These wires, included with the charging system, will be used to connect the diode board to the stator.
all the places I'd like to roam. If you ain't coming, I hit the road alone. I hit the road alone.
3 black wires bundled together will attach to the U, V, and W on the diode board, and the other end to the stator cover. Sequence of these wires makes no difference. The yellow wire will attach to the Y on the diode board, then to the Y terminal on the stator cover. The final red wire will attach to the B plus of the diode board, then to the screw terminal of the starter solenoid. All right, so I would consider this week semi-successful. We got the charging system installed, the voltage regulator, the oil pressure switch, and the neutral switch. So all of the items that need to be wired to are now in place, so that when we go to wire everything up, make the final wire runs, we have all those things in place and where they need to be, so it'll just be running wires. We didn't completely finish wiring the charging system. The 3 wires coming out of the case from the wiring harness will go into the M unit, so we didn't do that this week because we're going to save that for when we actually wire into the M unit. We mounted a horn. The horn is off of a car. It's like a Bosch Snell horn. It's incredibly loud. I don't typically use this, but I'm going to be riding this bike, and we're down here in the city and cars can't see you and they just pull up on you. You know how it is. So anyway, it's a little bigger than I would like, and it kind of sticks out, but I'm gonna give it a shot and see how I like it. It's easy enough to change if ultimately I'm not a fan of it, but it is insanely loud. Earlier in the week, we posted out on Instagram our platform pedals. I just used this bike to get the photo because it was easy to access, and not everything's all connected. But anyway, we're not going to be leaving them on this bike. It's just a cool product that we're adding to the lineup. It gives you a platform pedal. This would have been nice on like our last R75 that had the upright bars and the off-road tires. A nice platform with lots of grip, ideal for that kind of style of bike. Obviously we're taking it off, just doesn't match, but figured I'd throw it in this video because it is a cool product. It's a universal rear set with the platform, so it will be something that we'll add to the site, but it is a neat product. All right, so that covers it for this week, and as always, the products used in today's video are listed in the links below, and don't forget to like and subscribe.